processing.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Let's do that once more. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Temple Akiba of Culver City for our Shabbat morning service. We're so glad that you're here. I'm Rabbi Zach Shapiro here with Kentrolani Freilich, and it's not just any Shabbat. This is the Shabbat during which Eli is becoming a bar mitzvah.
Woohoo!
We're so excited. For many of the family and friends who were here a couple of years ago for Micah, you actually weren't here, you were there. We were outdoors, so welcome to our sanctuary, our prayer space. We are really glad that we're together as a community today. We're going to ask a favor of you, that you please make sure that your cell phones are turned off. Don't just assume, but take them out for a minute, put them on the silent mode, and leave them away. We have a designated photographer who's going to capture the moments for us so that the rest of us don't need to.
Eli will be leading us through almost all of our prayers this morning alongside the rabbi and myself. And we'd love for you to join us, to sing with us in our songs and in our prayers. So we'll be calling out the page numbers as we move through the service. And you should find your prayer books in front of the seats or behind your seats. And you'll find the Hebrew on the right-hand side of the page, transliteration on the left, and translation underneath each prayer. And even if you're not familiar with Hebrew, we still would love to have you participate. I always say just don't let the words get in the way. Just sing la, la, la. But we still would love for you to join us, and especially join Micah. I mean, not Micah, Eli. Oh my gosh, I'm turning into you. And Micah.
We're going to open with the singing of Hine Matov. It's on page 70 of our books. And this means how wonderful it is to be together as a community.
Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Turning now to page 72, we're going to invite Eli forward along with his grandpa Yossi for the presentation of the Talit.
Just say one word.
Of course.
That this is,
Come right up to the microphone.
yeah. This is my father's talit, born by my father for many, many years. Handed it over to me. I'm handing it over to Eli. So wear it well.
Hold it behind him. So come over where I'm standing. Yossi, come over here. Come stand over here. You want to turn around?
As I wrap myself in the tali, I fulfill the mitzvah of my Creator. Bless Adonai, O my soul, Adonai, my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment, spreading forth the heavens like a curtain. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, vetzivanu lihitatef batzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hollers us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes.
Mazal tov.
Mazel tov.
Word well.
Thank you.
What a beautiful heirloom, L'Dor Vador. Eli, for the first time officially as a Jewish adult, you put on your talit. And to sanctify this moment, we offer the Shehechianu prayer. It's on page 344, and this teaches us to be grateful for reaching this extraordinary moment in our life.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
melech haolam, shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu azman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu azman hazeh.
We turn back to page 84 for the Nisim B'chol Yom, the miracles that we harness each day. Eli will chant them and we can respond by singing Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Anu melech haolam, she'etzani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, otzer Yisrael b'gvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen.
Continuing now with there we go. Continuing now with the Chatzi Kaddish, we're on page 106.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chai echad uvyom echad uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala uvizman kariv v'imeru Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach L'olam u'olmei Almaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitvoman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithalel v'yithalal Shemei dekudesha brichu le'elam min kol birata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imeru Amen.
We continue now with our formal call to worship, the Baruch Hu. We invite all who are able to please rise. We're on page 108, 108.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Leolam Va'ed.
continuing now on page 110 in the Hebrew at the top of the page.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvarei hoshech, osei shalom uvarei et hakol, hama'ir la'aretz. Vladarim aleha berachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh bechol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Ma'rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam bechochma asita, ma'a ha'aret kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al shivach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita, yefarucha sela. Or chadash al tzion ta'ir, v'nizkechu lanu me'he'ovo. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'me'ovot.
The watchword of our faith, Shema Yisrael, is on pages 114 and 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Eli continues chanting the V'ahavta on page 116.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meyodeha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvleftecha vadera, ushokbecha uvkumeha, ukshartam leot al yadeha, vehayu letotafot beinenecha, uvtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, ufi shavecha, leman tiskeru, vasitem et kol mitzvotai, hikem kedoshim lelechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lehiyot lachem le'elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Beautiful. If we turn to page 121, I'm going to ask that we please read responsively in the English. The eternal truth is that you alone are God and there is none else.
May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and exult in your justice.
Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks.
Let nation not lift up sword against nation, nor learn war anymore.
You shall not hate your brother or your sister in your heart.
The stranger that sojourns with you shall be accepted as your equal, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor, asks God.
We know that the Eternal One defends the poor and upholds the rights of the needy.
Praise to God Most High.
Blessed is God and deserving of blessing.
Our Micha Mocha prayer is on the following page, 122.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot aseh fele.
The Amidah prayer is on page 124. This is a central portion of the entire worship experience. We ask again all who are able to please rise.
Adonai sefer taitivta ufia gite hilateha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh HaKol V'Zoher Chasdei Avot V'Yimot Mivigula Livnei V'Nehem L'man Shemo Be'ahava Mela Ozer Umoshia Umogen Baruch Ata Adonai Again Avraham Vezvat Sarah Atagi Bor Leolam Adonai Mechei Akol Ata Vav Lechoshia Mechakeh Chaim Bechesed Mechayecha Kol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Ve'ofer Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Milchamo Haba'al Gevurot Umidom Elah Melech Mihmit Umechayeh Umatmiya Yeshua Neman Ata Lechayot HaKol Baruch Ata Adonai Mechayem HaKol Nekadesh et Shimcha Ba'olam Keshem Shmaktishim Oto Bismemarav Kakatuv Al Yad Neviyeha Vekara Ze'el Ze Ve'amar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tsefaot Melocho Haaretz Kevodo Adir Adirenu Adonai Adonini Ma'adir Shimcha B'chol Haaretz Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo Echad Hu Eloheinu Hu Avinu Hu Malkeinu Hu Moshienu V'Hu Yashmienu B'Rachamav Le'enei Kol Chai Ani Adonai Eloheichem Yimloch Adonai Le'olam Elohai Yitzion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Nagid Godlecha U'netzah Netzachim Kedushatcha Nakdish V'shivchacha Eloheinu Mipinu Yolamush Leolam Va'ed Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
We now take a moment for our own private prayers. We can use the Sidurim, the prayer books between 136 and 142. We can also take a moment to reflect on what's going on in our own hearts and souls. When you're finished with your own private prayers, you may be seated.
Eli, you're going to be in the middle. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend, and together we will walk in the path of Hashem.
Thank you everyone. You go down for a second. Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. Isn't Eli doing a nice job? Eli, you've led us so beautifully through this point in the service. We're now coming to the highlight, and that's Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah, where you're going to bring to us an ancient document going back thousands of years, but help breathe into it some understanding that only you can do. Now, one of the beautiful things with Torah is that no matter where we are in the world, we always read the same part. And it's kind of nice to learn a little bit about where you all are from today. So if you're from outside of Southern California, just put your hands up. Whoa, a lot of you. So where are you all here from? New York?
I'm from here, but I live in Chicago.
Chicago, right. Deerfield, right? Lincoln, okay. Okay. Yes. The Philippines. What?
Wow.
You got someone to come here from the Philippines, Eli. Welcome. Anyone else from somewhere farther away? Boston. Where in Boston? Winchester. Okay. I'm from Brookline, so we speak the same language here.
Everyone over here.
Shout out to Aunt Michelle from Tel Aviv.
Oh, Aunt Michelle, hello. And from?
The Valley.
The Valley,
Although
okay.
I'm heading to New York right now. Right after this, I'm going to New York.
We come from all different places, whether we live there now or we've lived there in the past. But today we're in Culver City, and we're joined as one heartbeat. And Eli, you're that glue for the rest of us. So we're going to be taking the Torah out of the Ark. In order for this to happen, we need Shalev and Neri to come forward to open the Ark for us. We're on page 244. Eli, come forward as well, and we'd like the congregation to please rise.
I'm going to go up over there. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai ve'en kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'hador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai oz le'amo yitain Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom
Av harachamim, Heitiva v'rtzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim.
Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Ki vecha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim.
Perfect. Okay. Now, this is a ritual from Mount Sinai. Put your hands together like this. Eli, you too. And everyone on the count of three say, Eli. 1, 2, 3.
Eli.
Perfect.
Yay.
Okay. You guys can go have a seat. Eli, you stay here.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai miYerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael, b'kedushato.
We're now going to invite forward to the bima the members of your family who are going to hand Torah down the door of a door, including Yossi and Michelle Schwartz, Matthew Fish, and Cheyenne, Jamie, and Micah, if you'll come forward as well. L'dor v'dor, from generation to generation, this text has been handed down, beginning with a conversation between God and Moses at Mount Sinai. How lucky you are, Eli, to have this come from your grandparents and your uncle into your parents' arms and into yours. Today you're here as a descendant. Someday you'll be an ancestor, handing on this gift to your children and great-grandchildren, with children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren as they ascend to this moment.
L'dor vador, l'dor vador, nagi god lecha, ulenetzach nitzachim, kedushatcha nakdish.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
God luli Adonai iti uneromema shemo yachtav.
Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, haolam omein. Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim. Haolam omein. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut Dance with the Torah and sing out a song. Dance with the Torah and sing all day long. Torah, Torah Sheli. Torah, Torah Sheli. Please be seated, everyone. Friends, if you'll take your Sidurim and place them aside and find the Chumash, that's the larger book. This will have our Torah commentary in it. We can open up to our portion Vayakhel, which is on page 612, page 612. We're going to be calling forward a number of people to offer a special prayer in Aliyah before each section of Eli's chanting. When we call you up, we ask that you please come and stand over to my left, and you'll be here for the blessings before and after, and then following your blessing, you'll come over and stand on the cantor side, and you'll be there while the next group is up here. Please keep in mind that we've got a handrail as well as a ramp, so whichever way is easiest for you to come forward. For our first Aliyah, we invite forward Benny Shwartz, Tali Shwartz, and Matt Fish. Ya'amdu Binyamin Hillel bar Michal v'Yosef v'Tali Ruth bat Michal v'Yosef v'Mendel ben Mendel v'Leah. Did I read that right? Okay. Hi everyone. Shabbat Shalom. It's right up here, at the very top of the floor.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayakhel Moshe et kol adat b'nei Yisrael vayomer alehem ele hadevarim asher tziva Adonai la'asot otam sheshet yamim te'aseh meleha uvayom hashvi yihyeh lachem kodesh Shabbat Shabbaton la'Adonai kol ha'oseh vo melecha yuvmat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you so much. You're going to stand on the other side here. For our second Aliyah, we invite forward Micah Schwartz, Elisa Matalon, and Hannah Matalon. Ya'amdu Micha Zachariah ben Shai v'Shendel v'Elisa Batali v'Leor v'Hannah Batali v'Leor. Hi everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch
Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Lo tevavu eish bechol moshvotechem bayom hashabbat. Vayomer Moshe el kol adat b'nei Yisrael lemor zeh hadavar asher tziva Adonai lemor.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Thank you so much. For our third Aliyah, we invite forward Erica Marshad, Neil Marshad, and Frank Seitman. Ya'amdu Esther, Neil ve'Ephraim. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Frank.
Right up at the top.
Okay.
Baruch
Baruch et Adonai
Rorach. Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Kechu mitahem teruma la'Adonai kol nediv livav yevi'eha et terumat Adonai zahav v'chesef unchoshet utchelet ve'argaman v'tola'at shani v'shesh ve'izim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'cheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
For our fourth Aliyah, we invite forward Aaron Gross, Seth Kaufman, Jim Kutnick, and Amy Kim Kutnick, Kutnick, and Amy Cesar, Ya'amdu Beryl ben Lev Benjamin Avram ben Harav Lazar Moshe V'Shoshana.
Okay.
Hi everyone, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Right up at the top.
Baruch
Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ve'ovot elim me'odamim, ve'ovot techashim va'atzei shitim, v'shemen lama'or uvsamim, v'shemen hamishcha, v'liketoret hasamim.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
So much, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Nice job.
Thank you.
For our fifth Aliyah, we invite forward Joseph and Michelle Schwartz, Ya'amdu Michal v'Yosef.
Baruch atah
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ve'avnei soham, ve'avnei miluim, la'efod ve'la'choshen, ve'chol chacham lev bachem, yavo'u ve'ya'asu et kol asher tziva Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
For our sixth Aliyah, we invite forward Shai and Jamie, and Micah, you get to go again, so come on up again. Ya'amdu Shai Shalom ben Michal veYosef v'Shendel Chana bat Mendel v'Leah v'Mika Zacharia ben Shai v'Shendel.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Et hamishchan, et aholo, ve'et michsehu, et kerasav, ve'et kerashav, et berichav, et amudav, ve'et edanav, et ha'aron, ve'et badav, et hakaporet, ve'et parochet hamasa.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ya'amod, 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 Habachor, Habar Mitzvah, Eliyahu, David, Ben, Shai, Shalom, V'Shendel Chana. We now invite Elijah David Schwartz for his Aliyah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Et hashulchan ve'et badav ve'et kol kelav ve'et lechem hapanim ve'et menorot hamaor ve'et keleha ve'et neroteha ve'et shemen hamaor. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Don't get too relaxed. You have a Haftorah set.
No, I know.
Okay.
Just excited.
We're going to show everyone the text that Eli so beautifully chanted. We're going to ask the congregation to please rise.
Vezot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai.
Please be seated, everyone. Except for you. We're going to continue now with a section from the prophets, the Haftarah. It's found in the larger book still on page 625. It's from the book of 1 Kings. Eli will begin chanting the blessing beforehand, which is not in those books. Again, page 625, and then he'll go into the Haftarah portion itself.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek v'yaschiram et hakiyorot ve'et hayaim ve'et hamizrakot v'echal chiram la'asot et kol hamelecha asher asa lamelech sheloma Beit Adonai Amudim Shenaim Vegulot HaKotorot Asher al Rosh Ha'amudim Shetaim V'hasvachot Shetaim Lechasot Et Shtei Gulot HaKotorot Asher al Rosh Ha'amudim Ve'et HaMizrak Ve'et HaRimonim Arbach Me'ot Lishtei Hashvachot Shnei Tuvim Rimonim Lashevacha Ha'echat Lechasot Et Shtei Gulot HaKotorot Asher Al Pnei Ha'amudim Ve'et HaMechonot Aser Ve'et HaKiyorot Esara Al HaMechonot Ve'et Hayam Ha'echad Ve'et Habakar Shnei Asar Tachat Hayam Ve'et Hasirot Ve'et Hayaim Ve'et HaMizrakot Ve'et Kol HaKelim Ha'ela Asher Asa Chiram Lamelech Shelomo Beit Adonai Nechoshet Memorat Bechakar Hayarden Vetzakam HaMelech B'ma'avei Ha'adama Ben Sukkot Uven Seratan Vayanach Shelomo Et Kol HaKelim Merot Me'od Lo Lechekar Mishkal HaNechoshet.
Eli is about to do the blessing afterward. During this blessing, our seventh graders from Akiba are going to be passing out candies that all of us will have the opportunity to lightly and gently and joyfully
I love this part.
toss them onto the bima when he's finished. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, go for it.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tzur kol haolamim Sadik bechol hadorot Ha'el ha'ne'eman Ha'omer ve'oseh Ha'bedaber u'mekayem Shekol deravav Emet v'tzedek Al HaTorah, Ve'al HaAvodah, Ve'al HaNevi'im, Ve'al Yom HaShabbat Hazeh, Shenatata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Likdusha Ve'limnucha, Lechavod Uletifaret, Al HaKol, Adonai Eloheinu, Anachnu modim la, umevarchim ota, Yitbarashim ha b'fi kol chai, Tamid le'olam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. I love this part. Thank you.
Come get the candy, all who are young at heart. Have a seat. Everyone repeat after me. Baruch, Atah, Adonai, Eloheinu, Melech, Ha'olam. I promise not to eat in the sanctuary. Aha. All right. So this sound travels everywhere. Do us a favor. Just throw them somewhere deep in a pocket or in a purse, and that way we won't get interrupted by the crinkling sounds. We appreciate it. Let's all take a deep breath. With the joy that we're experiencing that Eli has put into our hearts, we also need to think about those who could use some healing. If we put the larger Chumash back and bring our Sidurim out and turn to page 253, we have our prayer for healing, the Mishaberach. This gives us an opportunity to think about those who could use an extra hug, an extra embrace at this time. We'll pray together the first part of this, and at the center, as my eyes meet yours, if there are names of people that you would like to share who could use that healing, please share those names out loud.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say
While we're in need of healing, so is the land of Israel. And if we turn to page 259, we have a special prayer for Israel. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Please repeat after me. Avinu, Avinu,
Avinu, Avinu,
Sheba Shamayim,
Sheba Shamayim,
Sur Yisrael,
Sur Yisrael,
V'goalo. Avinu, Avinu,
Avinu, Avinu,
Sheba Shamayim,
Sheba Shamayim,
Sur Yisrael,
Sur Yisrael,
V'goalo. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Together we say, Amen. Amen. As we prepare to return the Torah to the ark, we invite back forward Shalev and Neri to open the ark. Eli, we need you as well. We invite the congregation to rise. We're on page 256, page 256. Ki lekach tov natati lahem, Torati al ta'azovu. For I have given you a good instruction. Do not abandon my Torah.
It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom.
It is a tree.
Shalom, shalom.
It's not a bush.
Shalom, shalom. The tree of life. Shalom, shalom. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomecha meushar. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomecha meushar. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
Please be seated, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Not you.
Gust. Okay. Rabbi elbows you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hello. As all of you hopefully know, I'm Eli. Before I start on my Torah portion, I just want to say thank you for coming here today. It really does mean a lot to me. Now, the program will tell you that Bar Mitzvah means son of the commandments. It is the celebration of a 13-year-old Jew becoming an adult. However, I think it's more than that. It's the celebration of joining the community as an adult and bringing what they can. It's the people that have helped you, the friends you've made, the experiences you've had, wrapped up into around 2 hours. And of course, you got almost randomly assigned a part of the Torah. My Torah portion is via Kale. If any of you want to look up most boring Torah portion after the service, Google will tell you that Vayakale is the most boring Torah portion. And some scholars have compared it to reading IKEA instructions. Just that should tell you how hard it was to write this speech, or at least figure out something to say. It comes from the book of Exodus, specifically verses 35, 1 through 14. It happens right after Moses comes down from Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments, and the whole golden calf thing happens, where the Israelites are worshiping a false god, and Moses throws the commandment at the calf, causing it to shatter. He starts my portion by explaining Shabbat and the idea of a day of rest. He then lists, in painstaking detail, the things they need to build the tabernacle. If you notice in the second half of me chanting Hebrew in my Torah portion, there's a lot of words that went et something or vet et something. Those were the things that Moses needed. But after my chanting finishes, the Israelites brought the materials he requested. Then Moses calls upon two smiths, Oholiab and Bezalel, to build the wooden and gold parts of the tabernacle, as well as embroider all the yarns he asked for. They are brought forward because they have something to bring to the table, something to add to the community. Even the Israelites who offer the materials are there to bring what they can to the group. And that's what I'm doing by having a bar mitzvah. This watch was my grandfather Marvin's. Now, I never knew Marvin. He passed away a few years before I was born. But this story was told me from my mom. Marvin's best friend was named Irving. When Irving was recovering from a stroke, Marvin would pick him up from his house every Sunday for breakfast, sit next to him and cut his food. I want to keep up what he did, cherishing the relationships he had in his life. This Tallis was my great-grandfather's, David's, who I'm named after through my middle name. There's a roughly 35-page document that tells the story of David and his family escaping Europe during the Holocaust. The part that sticks out to me the most is that he always puts his family first. Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm not a father or a husband yet. However, when I am, I want to carry on these ideas of putting family first that he showed. Now, these heirlooms, people, and stories are important to me, so I'm bringing them to the community. I'm helping in some way to remember these people. But it's not just the people that came before us, it's the things we do. As an example, my friend Jack and I went to an organization called Our Big Kitchen and helped make food for people who needed it. I'm helping my community here in ways I don't think I really need to explain. And then we have what I help other people do. Maybe by hearing this, you'll think, man, I do want to help people get food. And then maybe you'll go to find Our Big Kitchen's website and volunteer yourself, whether for B'nai Mitzvah or not. Finally, I just want to say thank you to the many people here that have helped me become who I am today. I'd like to thank the men's group for the Tanakh and the sisterhood for the candlestick holders and Kiddush Cup. Cantorlani? Hi. Found you. Cantorlani, thank you for the immense help with learning my Torah and half-Torah portions. Rabbi, I know where you are. Thank you for answering all of my questions, whether they be ridiculous or not. Thank you for the help with the speech. Thank you for the help in my career as a Jewish student. He didn't force me to say that. And although he can't be here today, I'd like to thank Rabbi Friedman for the help in my learning Torah. Also, thank you to all my religious as well as laces teachers over the years. They've really helped me become who I am today. Safta. Thank you for teaching me how to play gin rummy, getting me into playing an instrument, and so much more. Saba, thank you for showing me your history escaping the Holocaust, even as a young child, and making me genuinely interested in learning more about it. Also, Safta, thank you for the beautiful vases you made for the luncheon, the meals you two have made, the dinners at your house with family. None of it would have been possible without the two of you. Micah, that's you. Thank you for the random card games you've taught me, the constant yelling about losing fantasy sports, the Legos you've let me help build, the help searching for AirPods, but it turns out it's just the back pocket of my pants, the quiet summer days where we would grab donuts from the random donut place, then card games until noon, the loud days at camp where I could hear you yelling at your campers from across the park. You're the best brother I could ask for, and while you get on my nerves sometimes, sorry, not sometimes, constantly, almost 24/7, I truly appreciate our relationship. Finally, to my parents, I thank you the most. Mom, thank you for your constant support, your immense help, and the ever-present reruns of Seinfeld episodes that lead to their quotes being used almost daily. It's getting close to daily. We're almost there. Thank you for always being there for me, whether I want it or not. Thank you for the experiences you've planned and watching so much Law & Order while you're trying to go to bed that the opening dun-dun is forever stuck in my head. I cannot get it out, and I've tried really hard. Abba, thank you for showing me so much music, causing a large part of my current music taste to be directly related to yours. Thank you for teaching me the foundation of how to cook and showing me so many movies along with Mom. Thank you for showing both Micah and I skiing, cooking, Monty Python, and so much more. Thank you for plunging me into the world of art, whether it be paintings or music. Both of you, the impact you've had on my life is uncountable, and I appreciate it more than you could imagine. Finally, I want to thank all of you for coming here today. As I said earlier, it really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and Shabbat Shalom.
Nuts. Burger. Okay. Great. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Micah, Eli's favorite brother. At my bar mitzvah back in 2021, Eli gave the most hilarious and heartfelt speech I have ever heard. It was delivered with the genius comedy that Eli exudes. I tried, but I couldn't hope to write something as funny. I wanted to capture a little piece of it, though. In his speech, Eli recounted his favorite memories, the successes and failures, all the funny moments that we had as brothers and as a family. I loved the stories and the humor, but what it really reminded me of was all of our wonderful memories together. Ever since Eli came home as a baby and I started telling people to be quiet because my baby was sleeping, I've gotten the special privilege of being your older brother. From ski trips with our family to days playing games at home, I've gotten to watch you become who you are, developing your personality, becoming the wonderful, hilarious person you are. I'm so excited to see you grow into the man I know you'll be. Well, I was told to keep this under 200 words, so...
Me and my dad, we were outside and...
I came up with it, Eli.
Sorry, he's right, I'm wrong, like always.
Hi, everybody. Whew. Okay, Eli. We've been joking that I started to write this speech the day you were born. That's sort of true. When you were born, I actually started to think about what kind of boy would you be? An athlete, an artist? Would you be serious? Would you be funny? What a wonderful surprise to learn about the person you are becoming. And now that you are bar mitzvah, I'm starting to think about what kind of man you will be. Since you were born, you have been on your own schedule. You came 5 weeks early. You started talking at 18 months. You taught yourself how to read when you were 4. By first grade, you were reading Harry Potter on your own. It was an important lesson for me to see that everyone has their own path and does things on their own time. Eli, you're the most interesting person I know. I love your curiosity. I love your desire to try new things, your love of art, movies, and now music. You are thoughtful, super funny, and a good friend. All of those qualities will serve you well as you grow up. Please don't let things that are difficult or unfamiliar deter you from your dreams. There will always be people who make you crazy or things that are unfair to you. My challenge to you is to keep your eye on the prize, whatever that prize may be, stay present for it. You have so many people who are in your corner and rooting for you every step along the way. My biggest regret is not having my parents here to see you, but I see qualities of them in you all the time, and knowing stories about them helps you keep their memory alive. So with all of us cheering you on, try new things, go on adventures, fall in love, be a good Jew, be a member of a community, and take pride in yourself and all you do. So my darling Eli, we are so proud of you on this accomplishment. You have worked so hard for today, and it has paid off. Mazel tov.
It feels silly sometimes to stand up here at 13 years old and tell everybody you're an adult, but it's not a coincidence, right? Like, you go through so much getting to the point that you are right now. COVID was really hard on a massive number of people, but it was really hard on you. It's March. I remember March 20, 5 years ago, was the date that, you know, the world basically ended. For you specifically, I remember at one point I was cleaning up something under your bed, and I saw that you'd strung up like Christmas type lights under your bed, and I realized you'd like created this safe space for yourself. And we were all kind of trapped in our homes, and everyone had to carve out their own sense of like normality or something that felt safe and comfortable. That was your safe space, and now you're up here leading the congregation, chanting Torah. It's unbelievable to watch. Your curiosity, your ability to surprise us never ends. We're always excited to see when you come out of your room with a question or something you've read or something you've learned about. It's always new and surprising. You just got into Pink Floyd, which I couldn't have been more excited about, and then you sent me the clip from The Wall, and I was like, no, it's a whole movie. And then, of course, you watched the entire movie, and we had a whole conversation about that. So for me, especially, you getting into music is something I'm so excited to continue to share with you. You decided you wanted to learn to crochet, and then you crocheted me a succulent for my birthday that I was going to bring, but it wasn't going to fit in my pockets, but you crocheted the succulent for me, which, again, I would not have picked crochet on any of the activities that you were going to choose. Just a couple months ago, we had a whole funny conversation about how the number 4 and the word for death in Chinese sounds the same. Was it Japanese? Japanese. But you went and did the research and came back because you were annoyed at where the conversation went, so you came back with an explanation for all of us. You had done the research, and now you wanted to share with us why it was that was the case and how that culture had made those transitions. A couple, maybe 2 months ago, we were walking to get tacos, and we had a conversation about the ship of Theseus, and we talked about whether the human body, if too many surgical procedures, at what point that person was still the same person. These are not the usual conversations that 7th graders are having with each other. We are so excited to see the man that you become. But today's you really about becoming a Jewish adult, and we know how much hard work you've done. We all heard the effort that you put into it and what an amazing job you did of reading out of the Torah. And I love that you, and we did this for Micah's bar mitzvah too, but you really spearheaded, like, you wanted to know what you could wear, you could bring, you could carry with your body that connected you to the generations of the past. You and I have talked about that cartoon with the drip of water off the faucet in the bucket, right? You have that moment when you desperately want freedom and you want to be separate from everything you're surrounded by. And then you have that next moment where all you want is to feel like you're a member of a tribe and a member of a community. So this is your tribe and this is your community. Obviously we are too, but here's everybody. So remember when you're having that tension and trying to figure out in those different times in your life when you want to be independent, you want to be on your own, the way that you chose today to connect with your past and your generations, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, this is your community, and I want you always to remember that you're part of that community. We love you so much. We're so looking forward to seeing what you do next.
Eli, what a joy it has been to just be here as you lead us through this service. Your poise, your wisdom, your deep sense of Menschlichkeit, it's extraordinary. We were so lucky when you and your family came to our congregation a number of years ago because you brought a new kind of light, a new kind of depth that was special. Both you and Micah in different generations joined me for Lego Tuesdays, truly building not just projects, but building community. And it's perhaps an irony or perhaps beschert that your Torah portion is about building. And the name, the word vayakel, the name of your portion, is about how the community comes together. And by coming together, each person bringing what he or she can, that's where holiness dwells. Eli, you asked many questions along the way. In fact, I asked you to come to our first meeting like I do all of our kids with 3 questions, and you came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And that was just at our first meeting, and then there were like a million more that came from there. Questions ranging from how does the leap month in Judaism work, to what is the actual translation of the word et in Hebrew, to if you write God on a computer, do you have to put a dash in or not, if that's considered erasing? You want to know about the history of the Haftarah. You had questions and questions and questions, and we talked about so many of them, but I think we need more conversations because I think you asked more questions than I could provide answers for. And that brings us to a different point of your Torah portion, which we hadn't discussed yet. Your portion contains it contains the only time in the history of Judaism when the following is shared. Moses tells the children of Israel, don't bring any more donations to the temple. Never again has that been said to the community because we always seem to be needing a little bit more. I say that to you, though, not with monetary donations, but with your questions. But it's the opposite of Moses. We'll never have enough of your questions. Keep on bringing them more and more and more. Bring your heart, bring your soul, bring your mind, bring your wisdom. Because the more of that we have, the lighter our shine, or the brighter our light will shine. Eli, one thing more that I'll share with you, and this is perhaps more for your parents than for you. I've never known an Eli who isn't a mensch. Every single Eli that I've met is a good soul. So there's something that your parents knew about your soul even before you were born that matched who you are. And now you become a bar mitzvah. You're bringing that menschiness into the world. Allow that light to keep on shining. We are so proud of you. Mazel tov.
Eli, we feel so fortunate to have watched you grow over these past many years since you've been at the synagogue, and to see you standing up here today and leading this congregation with such poise. You really made it seem effortless. And really from the beginning of this process, since we've been working together, when many of the students start working with me, it's a lot of teaching and learning. And with you, it was more a little polishing here, a little polishing there, but you came in just ready to go, ready to stand up here in front of everyone. So I know it was not an easy process. I know it took a lot of work, but you really knew what you were doing, and I know how hard you worked. And we are so proud of who you are becoming, and who you were today in this moment, leading us with such beauty. So thank you so much. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
We're going to ask for your classmates who are here to come forward from Temple Akiba. And I believe we have a talit for this that you bought with your grandma a few months ago.
Oh, beautiful.
This one? Okay.
All right, everyone. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha, ve'asem lecha shalom, shalom.
May God's light always shine through you and grant you the most precious gift, the gift of shalom, of peace. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Group hug. Group hug. All right. You stay here. Sean, I'll give it back to you. Last week, she was on the bima as a proud mom. Today, she is going to come forward representing our congregation. It's our honor to invite forward Jenna Sonnenschein, who is here representing our board. Jenna is our trustee of membership. Jenna, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. And welcome. On behalf of Temple Akiba and the Board of Trustees, a special welcome to anyone who's here for the first time, and for all of you folks who have come from a pretty far way to be here to celebrate Eli. Eli, you've done amazing. Mazel tov to you. Mazel tov to your family. On a personal note, we've had, like my family and I have had such a pleasure getting to know you and your family over the last few years with your friendship with Jack and also serving on the board with your mom. We couldn't be more proud of you. So on behalf of the temple, I have a couple things for you. I have from the sisterhood, this is a Kiddush cup and candles. And from the men's group, this is your Tanakh. As they say, read it, study it, get to know it. And a couple other things. We have here a certificate of bar mitzvah. Ooh. And a tree planted in your name in Israel. And we hope that one day you get to go visit the tree. And one last thing, now that you are a Jewish adult and can help in certain celebrations, I'm hoping you can help me with a little surprise mazel tov. And very fitting because your family's been very involved in the temple as well. But today marks the 400th B mitzvah for our rabbi, Rabbi Shapiro. So we would like to say mazel tov to our rabbi.
Oh, that's so special. Look at that. I got a certificate.
Quite a milestone for both of you then.
You are number 400. You're there.
Mazel tov.
You don't go anywhere.
Thank you, everybody.
That's awesome. We've got one, thank you so much, Jenna. We've got one additional tradition, and that is the signing of our Lador Vador scroll. And let me lift this up so you can see it. It says in Hebrew, Orenu me'ir tov yoter yachad, meaning our light shines brighter together. And everyone who becomes bar bat mitzvah here signs this. Micah, when was yours?
Right there.
Oh, you found it more
Found it.
quickly than you said it. Yes. So you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns over. And Mr. Lefty Eli are going to sign it right there. Everyone say Mazel Tov again. Okay, we are going to continue with our concluding prayers, beginning with the Aleinu. It's on page 282, about halfway down the page, and we invite you all to please rise once again.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
If we turn to page 200 and, excuse me, 291, toward the bottom of the page, as we prepare for the mourner's Kaddish, we offer this reading. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We now remember friends and family of Eli who have died, who will always live upon us from their eternal resting spaces, including Iris Clapper, Marvin Fish, Linda Fish, Zelda Freeberger, Chuck Freeberger, and Sam Seitman. May their memories guide us always toward goodness. On page 294, we read together, 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad yibrach chorotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, bagalau v'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say,
Amen.
Amen. Please be seated, everyone.
We're going to be closing our service with the singing of Oseh Shalom, which are the last few lines of the prayer that we just read together. But there's a lot of hand clapping in this particular version, so we actually invite you to put your prayer books back into the seats either in front of you or behind you. And Micah and Shai and Jamie, we invite you onto the bima to join us for our closing.
You okay? Just tired.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
One more blessing, everyone.
Sorry. All right, take that. Got it. Ready?
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avon.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Thank you.